And welcome back, everyone, to the Tri-Kingdom Pokemon Trading Card Game Tournament. And now our first semi-final match. Servum versus former champion Shin. I hope you enjoyed your time in the tournament. It won't last for much longer.
Yeah, you wish.
Now, Servum, I ask that you choose heads or tails.
Heads.
And heads it is. You choose who goes first.
Alrighty. I guess I'll go first. Alright, Servum's starting the match off. This is great.
Yeah, and I know she's seen his deck, but now he's seen hers too. I'm not really sure who has the advantage in that regard.
Whatever. Servum can win, no problem. Kick this guy out of the tournament, girl.
My active is Zubat again, with a Jinx on the bench.
I've chosen Pancham, with Darkrai on the bench.
That's a different Darkrai than he had before.
But equally strong, I'm sure.
Yeah, technically, rule-wise, he could have 4 Darkrai in his deck and 4 Darkrai EX, since they technically have a different name.
Well, I hope that's not the case. I play Pokemon Fan Club. It lets me search my deck for 2 basic Pokemon, and then I put them in my hand. I'll be pulling out Zubat, as well as my Mewtwo EX.
Oh, Mewtwo EX on the first turn. Oh, that's gonna be hard to beat.
I'll put a basic Psychic Energy on Mewtwo, and then that will end my turn.
Alright then. I'm going to place a basic Dark Energy on my Pancham, and then I'll play Sky Arrow Bridge, making the retreat cost of each of our basic Pokemon 1 less. I'll end my turn there. No point in attacking.
Since your turn's over, I'll be playing another basic energy onto my Mewtwo, and retreat my Zubat, since when it doesn't have any energy attached to it, it has a free retreat. But it would anyway, thanks to your Sky Arrow Bridge.
Looks like Shin's Stadium card could actually give Servum the advantage.
I don't think so. Her deck was designed for her to be able to switch out quickly anyway, and I think Shin knows that. That's why he went ahead and played it on his first turn without thinking. Or maybe he thought it through the entire time. I think he's got something up his sleeve.
Alrighty. Now, Mewtwo, attack with X-Ball. Remember, this does 20 damage for the amount of energy attached to our Pokemon.
Yes, I do suppose it is. But now it's my turn, and I'm sending my Darkrai up front. I'll be adding a Sableye to my bench, but that's not all. A special energy called Dangerous Energy will now be attached to my Darkrai. You see, Dangerous Energy is an energy that can only be used on dark Pokemon. And whenever the dark Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon, and is damaged by an attack from my opponent's Pokemon EX, I put 2 damage counters on said Pokemon EX.
Hot damn, homie. That means that when her Mewtwo attacks it, it'll take damage as well. Not much.
Yeah, but every bit counts, especially when you're playing a champion like Shin. Then I'll play roller skates. I flip a coin, and if heads, I get to draw 3 cards. Ha! And look at that. That's what I call heads. For you viewers at home, remember, on a die, evens are heads and odds are tails. I'll also play Dark Patch, allowing me to take a Dark Energy from my discard and play it on the little Zora I just drew as well. Alright, I suppose that makes it your turn.
And it looks like you've left your Darkrai up for attack. Alright, Mewtwo, use X-Ball.
Your X-Ball would normally do 60 with 3 energy, but guess what? I have a resistance of 20. That means your attack only does 40 damage to my Darkrai, but my Dangerous Energy does 2 to your Mewtwo. Of course, now that it's my turn, I'll be evolving my Zora into a Zoroark. And then I'll be adding another energy to Darkrai, allowing it to use its Dark Cutter attack for 30 damage.
Wait a second. Isn't that the Zoroark that can copy other Pokemon's moves? Why didn't he just retreat his Darkrai using his Stadium, move up that Zoroark, slap into the energy on it instead, and then use it to attack Mewtwo with its own powerful attack?
I think it has something to do with his dangerous energy. That Darkrai can take more damage than Zoroark, even if just barely. But also, that dangerous energy does damage to Mewtwo every time it attacks. I think he's trying to slowly chip away at that Mewtwo with non-EX Pokemon before he brings off his EX to finish her off.
I hope that's not the case. To start my turn off, I'll play the supporter card, Caitlyn. It lets me put as many cards from my hand as I want onto the bottom of my deck in any order, and then I can draw a card for each card I put on the bottom. Now I'll place 3 cards on the bottom of my deck, draw 3, and play Buffalant on my bench. Then I'm gonna attack with Mewtwo again. Alright Mewtwo, use X-Ball.
That means there's 10 damage counters on my Darkrai. It has 10 HP left thanks to that little resistance of his, and your Pokemon takes 20 damage as well.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna beat you. I'm not gonna let you get to the finals and battle my boy toy.
Your boy toy. Are you telling me that you're dating that loser Godzilla?
He's not a loser, Shin. He's a great boyfriend, a great friend, a great son, and a great Pokemon player. That's why he's gonna defeat you.
For him to defeat me, that would mean you have to lose. But anyway, I'm sure that's how it'll go down. You'll lose. But then the second half, I don't think that'll be happening. I will defeat whoever is in the finals after I beat you. Who knows? I'll win a fancy prize card, and maybe I'll win your hand after.
Are you seriously trying to flirt with me while trash-talking me when you know I'm in a relationship?
Of course. Everything that's Godzilla's should be mine, and all of it will be.
Oh my god. Godzilla was right. You are horrible. Alright. Now I really have to defeat you. But sadly, it's your turn.
But of course, madam. I'll be retreating my Darkrai, which only takes 1 energy instead of 2 thanks to my Stadium card. And then I'll attach an energy to and send up my Zoroark.
Oh no! That Zoroark can copy the X-Ball attack. That means it can put both Pokemon's energy towards it.
Yeah, but don't worry. It's still 20 damage short. It won't knock out Mewtwo, and then Mewtwo should easily knock that screwball out next turn. That's what you think. But I'll be attaching a muscle band to my Zoroark. That means when I copy X-Ball, it'll do just enough damage to knock out your Mewtwo.
Oh no!
Now, Zoroark, copy its X-Ball attack using your foul play and knock it out. Mewtwo has been defeated, and Shin may take 2 prize cards since he knocked out an EX.
You may have taken out one of my strongest Pokemon, Shin, but I can still win this game. Alright, I'll push Zubat up to my active since his retreat is free, and then I'll play another Jinx on my bench before playing the supporter card in. This makes it so that both of us have to shuffle our hands into our decks and draw a card for each prize card we have. And since you have 1 less than me, you have to draw 4 cards while I draw 5. The in supporter card is known as a game changer. Hopefully it'll change this one up. I'll then put an energy on my Buffalant and end my turn. I feel bad for this poor woman. Just look at her, Warbat. She's so flustered, taking on this champion. There's so much at stake for her. She's even forgetting to use her Jinx's ability. And it's not like we can point it out. If we do, it could get her disqualified.
Ah, I see. You think putting out that weak little Zubat will mean my Zoroark can only do 20 damage when it copies your pathetic little attack. True, but my Zoroark has another attack. It's called Nasty Plot. This allows me to search my deck for any card I wish and add it to my hand.
Wait, Any card?
Oh no, I think I know what this means. You can probably guess what card I got. But since attacking ends my turn, that means I'm passing the baton to you, Servum.
Oh no, he definitely got his Darkrai EX. I'm gonna have to play something that'll get it back in his deck. Why did I have to use my in card when I did? Huh! Talk about the luck of the draw. I drew and play my second Mewtwo EX.
Yes, great draw, Servum.
And now I'm going to place a double colorless energy on Buffalant. Wait, why would she put that on Buffalant and not her Mewtwo? She could retreat her Zubat, send Mewtwo out, and
I think it has to do with the EX she knows is in Shin's hand. You see, that Buffalant has a special ability.
It's your move, Shin. What you gonna do?
You know damn well what I'm going to do. I play my Darkrai EX. This means each of my Pokemon with a dark energy on it has no retreat cost now. And also, I attach an energy onto him. And why wouldn't I? Next, I think I should consider my attack. You see, with my Muscle Band, I could easily knock out your Zubat, even by copying its weak little attack. But I think I have something better planned. Last time I didn't attack out of caution. Specifically, I didn't want you sending up anything crazy. But now I think I want to do battle with your most powerful Pokemon, which is why I'll play Lysander, allowing me to switch one of your benched Pokemon with your active, of my choice, of course, and I choose your Mewtwo EX.
What?
Oh no, this is bad.
Why? Her Mewtwo EX is more powerful. He won't be able to knock it out, even in one attack. Even with copying its attack.
True, but he could do some pretty heavy damage still, and Mewtwo can't defend itself. Unless she draws another double colorless, it's not going to be able to attack next turn.
So I assume you're going to use X-Ball attack, dealing, 40 damage to my Mewtwo? That's not much, since it doesn't have any energy on it.
Oh, my dear Servum, my sweet Servum. When you're my girl, I'll have to teach you some actual strategy at Pokemon. I'm not going to be copying X-Ball. I'm going to be copying Psy Drive. You know, the attack that does 120 damage to your 170 HP Pokemon.
Oh no, I always forget about that attack.
Yes, everyone with that Mewtwo does. Since X-Ball relies on energy, a lot of people that run it aren't even willing to use it because you have to discard an energy to do so. I, however, don't mind one bit. Since I only need 2 energy for Zoroark, I can almost certainly easily get another. And if I can't, I can just retreat him for free, thanks to my Sky Arrow Bridge and Darkrai EX. Now, Zoroark, deal 120 to Mewtwo EX, leaving it with only 50 HP. Oh wait, actually, it's 140, thanks to my Muscle Band.
Damn it. That only leaves my Pokemon with a mere 30 HP. I have to retreat it. His Sky Arrow Bridge works for me, too. So if I can draw a single energy, then I can stop him from knocking it out. Alright, I use the ability of each of my Jinx to remove 10 damage from my active Pokemon. That will remove 20 from it. I'll attach an energy to Mewtwo and discard it to retreat. I only need to use 1 thanks to your Sky Arrow Bridge, and then I'll send up my Buffalant, who's fully powered and ready to attack, but I'll also add a Hard Charm onto him. This reduces any damage to him done by attacks by 20. Now, Buffalant, use your Gold Breaker attack.
Your 60 damage isn't enough to knock out my Zoroark, but it sure is enough to annoy me. Now it's my move. I play Random Receiver. It allows me to remove cards from the top of my deck until I find a supporter. I can then take that supporter and then shuffle my deck. Looks like I drew Tierno, allowing me to draw 3 cards, and luckily for me, one of them was an energy that I can now add on to Zoroark. My Zoroark will now copy your Buffalant's Gold Breaker for 60 damage.
Not so fast, Shin. Don't forget about my hard charm, reducing the damage by 20, but also my Buffalant's special ability, Buffer. It reduces any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks by 20, which means currently all attacks to my Buffalant are reduced by 40.
What? That's impossible. Only 20 damage? How did you get a Pokemon that strong?
Oh, here and there. Godzilla told me that you liked to run Darkrai EX. And this guy's a bit of an EX buster, you could say. So that's why I added him to my deck, specifically for you.
Damn, I knew Servum was so good at this game.
Yeah, she's a real pro.
I'm extremely old. Studying my deck before time? That's cheating. Actually, it's not. Footage of you playing in other tournaments is public. You did not change your deck, so therefore it is valid.
Eat ass, Shin.
Well, I guess that makes it my turn. I'll be evolving my Zubat into Golbat, and as you know, that means I can put 2 damage counters on one of your Pokemon. And I think I choose your regular Darkrai. What? Why not Darkrai EX? It's the biggest threat.
Yeah, but think about it. If she puts it on the regular Darkrai, then it's knocked out, because it only has 10 HP left, and she takes a prize card.
Ooh, clever girl. Yeah, now all the damage she did to that Darkrai isn't wasted.
No wonder that Godzilla likes her.
Then I think I'll use my Jinxes to completely heal all the damage you did to Buffalant last turn, before using Gold Breaker for another 60, which of course will knock out your Zoroark. That means 2 prize cards for me this turn.
What? How the hell are you able to...
Oh my god. Servum's winning.
I can't believe this. She's beating the champion.
Oh, I'm so wet right now.
Ah, God. Why are you like this?
This bitch thinks she can walk all over me. I'll show her. All right, Missy. I send up Sableye and attach an energy to it. And I think I'm going to use Confuse Ray. Sure, because of your defenses it won't do a lick of damage. But if I flip a coin and it's heads, then that means your Buffalant is confused. And look at that. Evens or heads. Confusion. Just a quick reminder for those of you watching at home. Confusion is a special condition and one of Shin's favorites in his strategy. If your Pokemon is confused, you turn it so that the top of the card is facing you. Yep, and then, before attacking with a confused Pokemon, you flip a coin. If tails, the attack doesn't happen, and you put 3 damage counters on your confused Pokemon. And per my last ruling, the buffer defenses will not block special condition damage, only damage from attacks.
Damn it. That asshole beat me with confusion.
Well, it's not easy to confuse you, old man, nor your spawn. Kick this guy's ass, Servum.
I'm going to. I now evolved my Zubat into a Crobat, meaning I can put 3 damage counters on one of your Pokemon. And this time, I will pick Darkrai EX. Then I'll play Shauna. This card allows me to shuffle my hand into my deck and draw 5 cards. And you're not gonna like one of the cards I drew, Shin, because it's my Mega Mewtwo EX, which I'll evolve now.
Oh man, she got her strongest card out.
Yeah, but you said her turn ends when she plays it, right?
Yeah, but... all she would do otherwise, I suppose, is attack with Bufferland. And with that confusion, I don't think she wants to risk it. Especially since Shin's active can't do any damage to it.
Huh. You really think that you can beat me with a confused Bufferland and a Mega Mewtwo EX with 120 damage already done to it? Well, I play Dark Patch, allowing me to take an energy from my discard pile and put it on one of my benched Pokemon, and I choose my Darkrai EX. And guess what? I'll place another energy on it as well. And since my Sableye has a free retreat cost thanks to Darkrai and my Sky Arrow Bridge, that means I can bring it back and send up my most powerful Pokemon.
Yeah, but remember, your attacks do 40 less damage.
Whatever. That's still a solid 50 damage from my Night Spear, which I will use now. And it does an additional 30 to one of your benched Pokemon, and I'll be choosing that Mega Mewtwo EX.
Uh-oh. She has to get rid of that thing before it knocks out her Mewtwo.
Damn it. Alright, I'll use both of my Jinx to remove 20 damage from my Buffalant, and then I'm going to risk an attack. But get this, Goldbreaker doesn't just do 60 damage.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, Shin, Goldbreaker is a very special attack. It does just 60 to most Pokemon, but if my opponent's defending Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, the attack does 60 more damage for a total of 120.
Damn it! She really did put that card in her deck just for my Darkrai EX.
God damn! If this attack is successful, she'll have almost knocked out his Pokemon.
And if she does knock it out, she'll just have one prize card left.
Oh my god, this is amazing!
Now I roll for Goldbreaker. Oh my god!
Look at that die roll!
I don't believe it. It's a 1. It does damage to itself. No. No. That's not possible. It would have been left with only 30 HP if I would have hit it.
Oh, poor Servum. You deluded fool. You never had a chance to beat me. And now your Pokemon is up to 60 damage, leaving only 40 HP. Which is 10 less than I'm about to do to you. Actually, a good bit less, since I'm attaching a Muscle Band to my Darkrai EX, boosting its attacks by 20.
Another Muscle Band? Oh, Serum's gonna be hard-pressed to get out of this?
And here's a move that might seem familiar to you. I play the card in. That means we shuffle our hands back into our deck, and each draw for the prize cards we have. I get 4, but you only get 3. Didn't think that would come back to bite you, did you?
This isn't a total loss. I have less cards in my hand now, but I do have more useful ones. That's why I hadn't played any the past couple turns. I just wasn't getting anything. At least not anything useful. He might have just turned this around for me.
I'll play the Inkay I drew and attach an energy onto it. Then we'll move on to Darkrai EX, using Night Spear for 110. And yes, reduced by 40, that's still not great, but it is enough to knock out Buffalant.
Congratulations, Shin! You may now take 1 prize card. And that makes the game a current tie. 3 against 3. Who will be victorious?
Alright, I'll send up my Crobat and attach an energy to it. Wait, why isn't she sending up Mewtwo?
Because it's nearly knocked out and has no energy on it. If she sent it up, she wouldn't be able to attack, and it would very likely get knocked out next turn. In fact, it's basically a certainty.
I'll now use my Crobat's Skill Dive attack. This attack lets me choose one of your Pokemon and do 30 damage to it, active or benched. And I'm going to use it on one of your benched Pokemon, since it would only do 10 damage to Darkrai thanks to his resistance. So I think I'll be doing it to your Inkay. That way, hopefully you won't have to confuse me again.
No matter. My Inkay still has half of its HP. And speaking of HP, you're about to lose a whole hell of a lot of it when I use my Darkrai's Night Spear on you, which is boosted by 20 thanks to my Muscle Band, lest you forget.
Your Pokemon may be resistant to mine, but mine is not weak against yours. It's still in play. I'll use the abilities of my Jinx to remove 20 damage from Crobat, and then I'll use Skill Dive again. Once again on your Inkay, knocking it out. Sevrum's winning again.
She's completely bypassing that Darkrai EX. What a magnificent strategy. She did build her deck around defeating it. You may technically be winning, but do you really think you've actually done anything to hurt me? I play Professor Sycamore, allowing me to discard my hand and draw a brand new one of 7 cards. I'll then throw a Zora on my bench with an energy and play the trainer item card, Pokémon Catcher. This allows me to flip a coin, and if heads, I can switch one of your benched Pokemon with your active. Now, let's see how it goes. Oh, and would you look at that? That's heads. How about you send up that little Mega Mewtwo for me?
No.
Now, Darkrai, if you'd be so kind, would you please deal 110 damage to her Mega Mewtwo EX?
No. That knocked out my Mega Mewtwo EX before I could even use it.
Yes, and it also means I take 2 prize cards, leaving me at only 1. Damn it, Servum! You can do this!
We believe in you.
Me too.
All right, guys. I'll do what I can. I play Spoink onto my bench, and then I'll use the abilities of my Jinx to remove another 20 damage from Crobat. Then I'll place an energy on my Spoink, so that there's less cards in my hand when I play Bicycle, which allows me to draw until I have 4 cards in my hand. Damn it, I drew a hard charm again, but there's no point in attaching it to Crobat now. It wouldn't be enough to save it from being knocked out. Guess I just have to attack. Alright, Crobat, use Skill Dive. This time, how about we also use it on Zorua?
What a pathetic display. Attacking even though you know for a fact that I'm about to knock your Pokemon out.
Oh no, this is it.
I'm sorry, Servum. I'm sorry I dragged you into this.
It's alright, Godzilla. Do what you're gonna do, Shin.
Use Night Spear, Darkrai, and knock out her Crobat, winning me this game. And Shin has taken the last of his prize cards. That means he will be moving on to the final match, where he will defend his title as the International Pokémon Trading Card Game Champion.
Huh. Well, I expected nothing less from the Tri-Kingdom Champion. That being said, I was rooting for that young girl.
I was as well. If it makes you feel any better, Servum, you couldn't have actually won. But maybe when you come to your senses and join me on a fun little date, I can show you a few pointers. Specifically 1 pointer.
I'm not talking to this pig anymore.
All right. Good job, Servum. That was an excellent game. I mean, honestly, I'll be surprised if I play that good against him, assuming I get that far.
Yeah, speaking of that...
Our next match is the Prince of the Monsters Godzilla versus Gigan Jr. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have to face each other.
Former runner-up against newbie? Honestly, Godzilla, I might as well just quit the match, right?
No, Gigan. I want to battle you. I want to see what you can do with that card I gave you. Plus, even if I win, it'll be one hell of a challenge.
Thanks, Godzilla. Alright, let's do this.